We have got a major weather emergency unfolding right now across 38 states, and what I am about to show you in the next 25 minutes could save your life. This is not a drill. We are tracking the most dangerous winter storm system in over 3 decades, and it is already moving into position as I am speaking to you right now. Before we go frame by frame through this monster storm, I need you to do something. Drop a comment right now with your city and state. I am reading every single comment, and I will personally tell you exactly what to expect in your area. We have got people from Texas to Maine asking the same question. How bad is this really going to be? Stay with me for the next 4 minutes, and you will have your answer with specific numbers for your exact location. Here is what is happening right this second. A massive Arctic high-pressure system is bulldozing out of Canada, and it is pushing temperatures that belong in Alaska all the way down to the Gulf Coast. At the same time, we have got a southern storm system that is about to collide with this Arctic air mass, and when these two systems meet, we are going to see something that most meteorologists only read about in textbooks. Let me show you the timeline, city by city, hour by hour, and I promise you this. By the time we hit the 5-minute mark of this video, you will know the exact hour the storm hits your neighborhood, how much snow or ice you are getting, and what you absolutely must do in the next 12 hours. Right now, at this very moment, freezing rain is beginning to develop across West Texas. Midland, you are about to see your roads turn into skating rinks within the next 2 hours. Abilene, same story. The temperature is 34 degrees right now, but it is dropping fast. By 8 o'clock tonight, we are looking at 28 degrees with freezing rain coming down at 1/4 inch per hour. But here is where it gets really interesting, and this is something most weather reports are not telling you. Interstate 20 from Midland through Abilene is about to become one of the most dangerous stretches of highway in America. We are not talking about a little bit of ice, we are talking about a glazing event that is going to shut down travel completely. If you are planning to drive on Interstate 20 tonight, I am begging you, do not do it. Oklahoma City, I need you to pay very close attention to what I am about to tell you. Your storm arrives at approximately 11 o'clock tonight, but unlike our friends in Texas who are dealing with ice, you are getting the snow, heavy snow. And when I say heavy, I am talking about snowfall rates of 2 to 3 inches per hour. By tomorrow morning at 6 a.m., you will have 8 inches on the ground. By noon tomorrow, 14 inches. By midnight tomorrow night, we could be looking at 20 inches of snow in Oklahoma City. Now let me tell you about the setup that is making this possible. We have got what meteorologists call a negatively tilted trough. What does that mean for you? It means this storm is not moving fast. It is going to park itself right over the central United States and just dump snow and ice for 36 hours straight. Tulsa, you are in a similar boat as Oklahoma City. 15 to 18 inches of snow is likely. Bentonville, Arkansas, and I know we have got a lot of viewers from Bentonville. You are looking at the bullseye. 20 to 24 inches of snow is possible. That is 2 feet of snow. When was the last time Bentonville, Arkansas saw 2 feet of snow? I will tell you, never in the modern record-keeping era. But wait, because at the 3-minute 20-second mark, I am going to show you something that is going to shock you about what happens after this storm passes. The cold that follows this system is going to be absolutely brutal, and I will give you the specific numbers for your city. Dallas, let me talk to you for a minute. You are in a very tricky situation. You are sitting right on the line between all ice and all rain. Right now, the models are showing that you start as rain tonight around 9 o'clock. By midnight, you flip to freezing rain. And here is the critical part. You are going to stay freezing rain for approximately 18 hours. 18 hours of continuous freezing rain in Dallas, Texas. What does that mean? Let me paint you a picture. Every surface outside is going to be coated in ice. Trees, power lines, roads, sidewalks, your car, everything. We are forecasting ice accumulations in Dallas of 3/4 of an inch to 1 full inch. 1 inch of ice is catastrophic. Let me repeat that. 1 inch of ice is catastrophic. I have been doing this for a long time, and I can count on one hand the number of times I have forecasted 1 inch of ice for a major metropolitan area. Dallas, you need to prepare for extended power outages. I am talking about days, possibly a week or more in some areas. Fort Worth, same story. Arlington, same story. Plano, McKinney, Frisco, all of you in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, you are looking at a major ice storm. Go to the store right now. Get batteries, get flashlights, get non-perishable food, get water, fill up your bathtubs with water, charge every device you own. Shreveport, Louisiana, you are also in this ice zone. Monroe, you are in this ice zone. Little Rock, Arkansas, here is where your forecast gets complicated. You start as snow tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. By noon, you have got 4 inches of snow on the ground. But then the warm air starts to work in aloft, and you flip to sleet, then freezing rain. By tomorrow night at 8 p.m., you are all freezing rain, and you stay that way until Sunday morning. Total ice accumulation in Little Rock, 1¼ inches. That is extreme. That is the kind of ice that brings down entire forests. Trees that have been standing since before the Civil War are going to snap like toothpicks. Memphis, Tennessee, very similar setup to Little Rock. You get snow first, about 4 to 5 inches, then you transition to ice. Total ice accumulation, 1 inch. Memphis, you are going to lose power. It is not a question of if, it is a question of when and for how long. Now, I want to talk to everyone watching from Nashville. This is important. Nashville, you are in what I call the knife edge zone. Small changes in the storm track, just 20 or 30 miles, completely change your forecast. Right now, the models are showing Nashville getting about 3 inches of snow tomorrow morning, then flipping to sleet and freezing rain tomorrow afternoon. If the storm tracks just slightly west, you get all rain and you dodge a bullet. If it tracks slightly east, you get all snow and you could see 8 to 10 inches. But the most likely scenario right now is the worst case scenario. You get a little bit of everything, which means you end up with ice. Significant ice. We are talking about 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch of ice in Nashville. I know what you are thinking. You are thinking 1/2 inch does not sound that bad compared to Dallas getting a full inch. But here is what you need to understand. Nashville has more trees per square mile than Dallas. You have got more overhead power lines running through heavily wooded areas. 1/2 inch of ice in Nashville is going to cause massive, widespread power outages. Jackson, Mississippi, you are not being spared. You are getting ice too. Vicksburg, Yazoo City, Natchez, all of you are in the extreme ice zone. We could see ice accumulations exceeding 1 inch in parts of Mississippi. This is a once-in-a-generation ice storm for Mississippi. And here is the thing that keeps me up at night. The infrastructure in the Deep South is not built for this. You do not have the salt trucks that Chicago has. You do not have the snow plows that Minneapolis has. When this ice comes down, you are going to be dealing with it for a long time. Let me switch gears and talk to the Midwest and Ohio Valley. This is where we are going to see some of the heaviest snow totals. Cincinnati, Ohio, you are looking at 12 to 16 inches of snow. Louisville, Kentucky, 13 to 17 inches. Lexington, Kentucky, and this is where it gets interesting. You are right on that boundary line. If the warm air pushes a little bit farther north, you get more sleet mixed in and your totals drop to 6 to 9 inches. If it stays a little bit farther south, you are looking at 12 to 15 inches of all snow. Right now, I am leaning toward the lower end for Lexington, but that is actually good news for you because it means Nashville might avoid the worst of the ice. Indianapolis, Indiana, 10 to 13 inches of snow. Columbus, Ohio, 11 to 14 inches. Evansville, Indiana, you are in the jackpot zone. 14 to 17 inches of snow is likely. Now, let me jump up to the northeast because we have got a lot of viewers from the I-95 corridor. This storm has 2 parts. The southern part that we have been talking about, and then a second piece of energy that is going to phase with it and create a bomb cyclone off the east coast. What is a bomb cyclone? It is a storm that intensifies so rapidly that it meets the meteorological definition of explosive development. And that is exactly what is going to happen Saturday night into Sunday off the coast of New Jersey and New York City. You are getting hit hard. We are forecasting 14 to 18 inches of snow. Newark, same range. White Plains, you could see 20 inches. Long Island, especially the eastern end, 20 to 24 inches is possible. Boston, Massachusetts, I saved you for last because you are getting the worst of it in the Northeast. We are looking at 24 to 30 inches of snow in Boston. That is 2 to 2.5 feet. Worcester, you are looking at 20 to 24 inches. Plymouth, you could see 26 inches. Providence, Rhode Island, 20 to 24 inches. Hartford, Connecticut, 16 to 20 inches. Philadelphia, you are looking at 12 to 15 inches. Baltimore, 11 to 14 inches. Washington, D.C., 10 to 13 inches. Richmond, Virginia, this is where it gets icy for you. 6 to 8 inches of snow, then a transition to sleet and freezing rain. Total ice accumulation in Richmond, half an inch. I want to make sure I hit every region, so let me rapid fire through some more cities. Springfield, Missouri, 14 to 17 inches of snow. Joplin, Missouri, 15 to 18 inches. Kansas City, Missouri, you are on the northern edge, so you are looking at 6 to 9 inches. St. Louis, 8 to 11 inches. Raleigh, North Carolina, you are in a very precarious situation. You are getting ice, significant ice. We are forecasting half an inch to 3/4 of an inch of ice accumulation. Charlotte, North Carolina, same story. Greensboro, Winston-Salem, all of you are in the ice zone. Asheville, North Carolina, you are in the mountains, and you are going to get hammered with ice. 3/4 of an inch to 1 inch of ice is possible. Asheville, you need to prepare for the very real possibility of being without power for an extended period. Greenville, South Carolina, ice accumulation of half an inch to 3/4 of an inch. Columbia, South Carolina, 1/4 inch to half an inch. Charleston, South Carolina, you are far enough south and east that you mostly get rain, but there could be a brief period of sleet. Atlanta, Georgia, you are mostly rain, but north of the city, especially up toward the mountains, we are talking about ice. Gainesville, Georgia, ice accumulation of half an inch. Dahlonega, 3/4 of an inch. Now here is what I promised you at the beginning, the part that is going to shock you. After this storm moves out Sunday night and Monday, we are not done with the cold, not even close. An absolutely brutal Arctic air mass is going to settle in across the entire eastern 2/3 of the United States, and it is going to stay for at least a week. Let me give you the temperatures for Tuesday morning, which is when this Arctic air really digs in. These are actual air temperatures, not wind chills. Oklahoma City, 13 degrees. Dallas, 11 degrees. Little Rock, 1 degree above zero. Memphis, 3 degrees. Nashville, 0 degrees. That is right, 0 degrees in Nashville, Tennessee. Jackson, Mississippi, 7 degrees. New Orleans, Louisiana, 23 degrees. Atlanta, 18 degrees. Birmingham, Alabama, 9 degrees. Huntsville, Alabama, 4 degrees. Louisville, 4 degrees. Cincinnati, 2 degrees. Indianapolis, 1 degree. Columbus, 3 degrees. Cleveland, 7 degrees. Pittsburgh, 9 degrees. Charleston, West Virginia, 5 degrees. Raleigh, 15 degrees. Charlotte, 13 degrees. Richmond, 16 degrees. Washington, D.C., 18 degrees. Baltimore, 16 degrees. Philadelphia, 14 degrees. New York City, 12 degrees. Boston, 8 degrees. And here is the thing that makes this so dangerous. A lot of you are going to be without power when these temperatures hit. If you lose power in Dallas and it is 11 degrees outside, that is a life-threatening situation. Your pipes are going to freeze. If you do not have a backup heating source, you could be in serious danger. This is why I am telling you right now, today, make a plan. If you lose power, where are you going to go? Do you have family or friends in an area that is not getting hit as hard? Make those arrangements now. Do not wait until you are sitting in a dark, cold house on Tuesday morning. Let me talk about some of the places that are not getting hit quite as hard, because I know we have got viewers from all over. Miami, Florida, you are fine. You are going to have sunny skies and temperatures in the mid-70s. Tampa, same thing. Orlando, you are good. Phoenix, Arizona, you are clear. Las Vegas, clear. Los Angeles, San Diego, San Francisco, all clear. Seattle, Portland, you have got your own weather to deal with, but this storm is not affecting you. Denver, Colorado, you are on the western edge of this cold air, so you are going to be cold, but you are not getting any precipitation from this system. Salt Lake City, same thing, but I want to talk to everyone in the Texas Panhandle and western Oklahoma. Amarillo, Texas, you are getting absolutely buried in snow. We are forecasting 18 to 24 inches of snow. Lubbock, Texas, 6 to 10 inches. Wichita Falls, Texas. This is interesting because you are right on the line. You could get all snow, 6 to 9 inches, or you could get a mix that cuts your totals down. I want to make sure I cover the Appalachian Mountains because this is an area that is going to see significant ice. Knoxville, Tennessee, ice accumulation of half an inch. Chattanooga, Tennessee, 1/4 inch to half an inch. Johnson City, Tennessee, half an inch to 3/4 of an inch. Roanoke, Virginia, half an inch of ice. Blacksburg, Virginia, 3/4 of an inch. Beckley, West Virginia, half an inch to 3/4 of an inch. Morgantown, West Virginia, you transition to more snow, so you are looking at 8 to 12 inches of snow with just a little bit of ice first. State College, Pennsylvania, 12 to 16 inches of snow. Scranton, Pennsylvania, 14 to 18 inches. Binghamton, New York, 16 to 20 inches. Syracuse, New York, 10 to 14 inches. Buffalo, New York, you are on the northern edge, so 6 to 9 inches. Burlington, Vermont, 12 to 16 inches. Portland, Maine, 18 to 22 inches. Bangor, Maine, 14 to 18 inches. Concord, New Hampshire, 16 to 20 inches. Now, I want to show you something that really illustrates the magnitude of this storm. The National Weather Service has issued winter storm warnings, ice storm warnings, and blizzard warnings for an area covering more than 1.2 million square miles. That is bigger than the entire country of India. This is affecting more than 120 million Americans directly. The economic impact of this storm is going to be measured in the billions of dollars. We are going to see thousands of flights canceled. We are going to see major highways shut down for days. We are going to see widespread power outages affecting millions of people. But here is what I want you to focus on: your safety. Forget about the economic numbers. I need you to focus on keeping yourself and your family safe. Number 1, do not travel during this storm unless it is absolutely necessary. I cannot stress this enough. The roads are going to be deadly. We are going to see accidents. We are going to see people stranded. Do not be one of them. Number 2, prepare for power outages. I have already mentioned this, but it bears repeating. Get your supplies now. Batteries, flashlights, non-perishable food, water, medications. If you take prescription medications, make sure you have enough to last at least a week. Number 3, protect your pipes. When it gets down into the single digits, even in places like Dallas and Atlanta where homes are not built for this kind of cold, pipes can freeze and burst. Let your faucets drip. Open cabinet doors under sinks to let warm air circulate. Know where your main water shutoff valve is. Number 4, check on your neighbors, especially elderly neighbors, especially people who live alone. A simple phone call or knock on the door could save a life. Number 5, bring your pets inside. I should not have to say this, but I'm going to say it anyway. If it is too cold for you, it is too cold for your pets. Bring them inside. Now, I mentioned earlier that there are signals for another storm system right behind this one. Let me talk about that for a minute. We are looking at long-range models, and there is agreement that we could see another significant winter storm impacting the south and east coast around Thursday or Friday of next week. It is too early to give you specific details, but the pattern is undeniable. We have got this massive pool of cold air that is going to be sitting over the eastern United States for at least 10 days. Probably longer. And anytime you have that much cold air in place, you have the potential for winter storms. The Climate Prediction Center has issued a cold weather outlook for the next 6 to 10 days, and it shows below average temperatures from Texas all the way up to Maine. We are talking about 5 to 15 degrees below average. In some places, 20 degrees below average. This is not a quick shot of cold air that moves through in 24 hours. This is a long-duration cold snap that is going to test infrastructure, test resources, and test our resilience. I want to go back to ice for a minute because I think some people do not fully understand how dangerous ice is. When I say 1 inch of ice accumulation, let me put that in perspective for you. 1 inch of ice on a large tree can add thousands of pounds of weight to that tree. Trees are not designed to hold that kind of weight. When a tree falls, it does not just fall straight down. It falls across power lines, it falls across roads, it falls on houses, it falls on cars. And when you have tens of thousands of trees falling simultaneously across a large area, the damage is catastrophic. And here is the other thing about ice storms. They take forever to clean up. After a snowstorm, you can plow the roads and things start moving again pretty quickly. After an ice storm, you have got crews out there with chainsaws cutting up trees. You have got utility crews trying to restore power line by line, pole by pole. It is slow, grueling work. I have seen communities that took 2 weeks to fully restore power after a major ice storm. 2 weeks without electricity in January when it is 5 degrees outside. That is why I am being so emphatic about preparing now. Let me talk about the timing one more time for the major cities because I know a lot of you are making decisions based on this information. Dallas, your ice begins tonight around midnight and continues through Sunday morning. Peak ice accumulation happens Saturday afternoon and evening. Oklahoma City, your heavy snow begins late tonight and continues through Sunday afternoon. Peak snowfall rates happen Saturday morning. Little Rock, snow begins Saturday morning. Transitions to ice Saturday afternoon, continues through Sunday morning. Memphis, snow begins Saturday morning. Transitions to ice Saturday evening, continues through Sunday morning. Nashville, snow begins Saturday morning. Transitions to mix and ice Saturday afternoon. The timeline here is critical because if that warm air comes in a few hours earlier, you get more rain and less ice. Louisville, heavy snow Saturday morning through Sunday morning. Peak rates Saturday afternoon and evening. Cincinnati, heavy snow Saturday morning through Sunday morning. St. Louis, moderate to heavy snow Saturday. Chicago, you are on the northern fringe, light to moderate snow Saturday, 3 to 6 inches. Indianapolis, heavy snow Saturday into Sunday. Columbus, heavy snow Saturday into Sunday. Raleigh begins as rain Saturday morning, transitions to ice Saturday afternoon, continues through Sunday morning. Charlotte, very similar to Raleigh. Richmond begins as rain Saturday afternoon, transitions to ice Saturday evening, continues through Sunday morning. Washington, D.C. begins as rain Saturday evening, transitions to snow late Saturday night, heavy snow Sunday morning. Baltimore, Philadelphia, New York, heavy snow begins Saturday night, continues through Sunday evening. Boston, heavy snow begins Sunday morning, continues through Monday morning. I want to address something that I am seeing in the comments. Some of you are asking if this is being overhyped. Let me be very clear, this is not hype. This is a legitimate, dangerous, potentially historic winter storm. The National Weather Service does not issue warnings lightly. When they issue an ice storm warning, that means they have high confidence that ice accumulations are going to reach warning criteria. I have been doing this long enough to know the difference between a storm that is going to fizzle out and a storm that is going to live up to the hype. This one is going to live up to it and possibly exceed it in some areas. Now, I want to talk about what happens after the storm. Monday and Tuesday, we are going to be dealing with the cleanup. Roads are going to be a mess. Power crews are going to be working around the clock. But then, as I mentioned, we have got another potential storm system for the end of next week. I am going to be tracking that system very closely, and I will have updates for you every single day. Make sure you are subscribed to this channel and have notifications turned on, because when things start to develop with that second storm, you are going to want to know about it immediately. Let me wrap this up with a few final thoughts. We are about to go through something that is going to test a lot of communities. We are going to see acts of kindness. We are going to see neighbors helping neighbors. We are going to see communities coming together, but we are also going to see tragedy. We are going to see people who did not prepare. We are going to see people who tried to travel when they should not have. We are going to see people who did not take this seriously. I am asking you, please take this seriously. This is not just another winter storm. This is a major, dangerous, potentially historic event. Comment below with your city and state, and I will personally respond with your specific forecast. I am reading every comment. I want to make sure everyone has the information they need to stay safe. And finally, share this video. Share it with your friends, your family, your neighbors. The more people who see this information, the better prepared we all are. We are going to get through this together, but we have got to be smart about it. Stay safe out there, and I will see you in the next update. One more thing before I go. At the very end of this storm, probably Monday or Tuesday, I am going to do a complete recap video showing you the actual totals, the actual impacts, and comparing them to what we forecasted. That is going to be a really interesting video because we will be able to see how accurate the models were, and I think you will find it fascinating. Until then, stay warm, stay safe, and stay prepared. This is a serious situation, but if we all do our part,